everyone, I'm Laura from gosimpli.ca, and today I have a mini ball abs workout. So a mini ball is a hard weighted ball, so see it doesn't bounce. They're mostly used for Pilates and things like that, and they're not very heavy. I think this one is about 2 or 3 pounds, but they're a great tool to use and less cumbersome than holding a dumbbell when working with abs. So I'm going to use one today, and we're going to start down on our back, and we're going to start with a toe touch crunch. So you can prepare by getting your legs up and take your ball very securely between 2 hands. And then we're simply going to reach up towards our toes and then come back down. So if you don't have a mini ball, you could use a can of soup or beans. You could use a dumbbell as well. Be very careful holding it. You could use a water bottle, anything with a bit of weight, or you could do these all with no weight at all. Okay? So we're doing all of these exercises 45 seconds a piece with 15 seconds in between for me to tell you what exercise is coming up next. And we're going to go through all of these exercises just one time, and it will take us about 10 minutes. So we have less than 10 seconds here. So really sort of pushing up towards those toes. Excellent. So next up, we're going to do a bridge with a knee squeeze. So I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to get it as securely as I can between my knees. The good news is if it does fall, it'll just fall to the mat and it won't hit me. And then you're simply going to roll up and then roll down. It's just like a regular bridge. But because I'm holding this weight between my knees, I have to squeeze my knees together to keep it from falling. And so I've contracted all through my quads, my inner thighs, and the lower part of my abdominals. Are like the deep core abdominals have to work because I'm squeezing that ball. So just rolling up and down. Excellent. So grab that ball very carefully. And next up, we're going to do a side plank. Doesn't matter which side, we're going to end up doing both. And we're going to turn in with it. So I'm going to hold my ball up near my shoulder. I'm going to get up into a plank, and I'm going to roll down, touch my elbow, and then come back up. So you can be in a full plank like I am here, or you can come down to your knees if that works better. And then when you're down on your knees, you can either have both knees down like this, or you can extend one leg, or you can lift the leg up. So it's whatever works for you, whatever you're feeling today. So I think I can go, now that I've taken a break, I think I can go from here for the rest of the time. Although I will admit I'm not feeling super strong today, so I'll have to see what I do on the other side. I want to try and keep them the same. Excellent. So now we're going to switch around and do the other side. So that we keep both sides balanced. So I'll show all of the options again for different levels. Okay, so I've got the ball at my shoulder. I'm going to roll down and then come back up. This way we're working all the way through the obliques. We're getting a nice rotation as well for the muscles. So again, remembering that you can be down on one knee with leg extended or leg lifted, or just both knees down, whatever is working for you that day. And I'm going to try and finish the rest of it up in my full plank again. To mirror what I did on the other side and try and keep things as balanced as possible. Excellent. So put the ball down. And next up, we're going to do a back bow. I have a sheet behind me reminding me of what we're doing. So actually roll onto your stomach. So with a back bow, we're just raising and lowering. Holding the ball up in front of your head is going to just make for some extra weight. Now, if it is too heavy to lift your legs as well, you can just lift the upper body and leave the legs down on the ground. Or you could try lifting one leg and then lift the other leg, so it's kind of like you're swimming with your legs, or you can do the whole thing. Whatever works for you today. And if this ball is feeling a little too heavy out front, you can always very carefully hold it behind your neck and do it from here. And it has a shorter lever, so it's less work. Excellent. So ball down and come up. And next we are going to do a Russian twist. So just come and sit in a seated position. We're going to hold the ball in our two hands here. We're going to twist off to one side and then twist off to the other. So you can either sit pretty straight up. If you want it to be harder, you can lean back further. Make sure those abdominals are zipped up tight. If you want it a little bit harder, you can lift one leg. And if you even want it harder, lift up both legs. Okay, so we have just about 10 seconds left here. I'm going to put my legs down for the rest of it. You can feel my back starting to arch a bit, which means my abdominals were feeling too tired to keep correct form. Excellent. So now we're going to do an ankle reach with the ball. So I'm going to keep my legs sort of in a tabletop position here, my back nice and pressed into the mat. I'm going to take the ball and then I'm going to try and tap this ankle and come down and then tap this ankle and down. And so I'm twisting my knees in the opposite direction of my feet. And so I'm getting obliques. It's similar motion to a Russian twist, but from a different angle. So we're working the muscles just a little bit differently. And we're also crunching up while we do this. And with a Russian twist, you don't tend to crunch up at the same time. So we have just a few more seconds here. I actually really like adding a mini ball to the abs because it gives it just that little bit of extra challenge. Excellent. So now we're going to do a dead bug, which is just opposite arm and leg. So you're in tabletop and you're going to take the ball in one hand and opposite leg and then bring it back. So you are doing a handoff here. So if that makes you uncomfortable, then you can just keep the ball in two hands and just do the legs opposite. And then you don't have to try and switch hands because you do need to make sure that when you're switching hands, you have a good grip before you let go. You certainly don't want this ball to fall on your chest. Okay? But if you're comfortable, then you can do opposite arm and leg with the ball in just one hand. I try to make sure that my handoff is more over my stomach and not over my chest, and certainly not over my head if I can think about it beforehand. Excellent. And our last two exercises are going to be plank dips. So I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to rest it on my hip. And again, you can come up into a full plank and just dip the hip down and then come up. Or you can go down to your knees and do it from here. And if you want an in-between, then you can put one leg out. So that's where I'm going to stay with one leg out today. And we have about 15 seconds left here. Excellent. And our last exercise, my workout bra keeps deciding to poke out from underneath, but that's okay. I'm not meaning for it to. So again, we're going to take the ball, rest it on top of your hip, and you can go from a full plank or you could go down on your knees. And again, we're just raising and lowering. And if you need an in-between version, then you can raise one leg. Again, we have less than 15 seconds and then this whole workout will be done. Excellent job, everybody. Let me know in the comments below if you like doing workouts with mini balls. I can certainly add them into more things, upper body weights, even some lower body things, some Pilates type moves. Let me know what you think. I hope this one worked for you, and I hope to see you again soon.